4.
Morning to you. It's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. Captain Steve, Jim Hunter, Wednesday.
And our friends from the Heartlanders are here. We've got David Fine, who has been here before. And is it Coach Damon? Is that how you say your last name?
Yes, it is.
You guys just are in the middle of kind of a nice stretch here where you've got 2 weekends in a row where you're home.
Yeah, it's nice to be home, and especially right before the holidays. I love this time of year, especially being able to be around our fans right now.
You guys had a hell of a series with the Walleye over the weekend. The last game ended up going into overtime.
Yeah, it was a tough series. They're a really good hockey team. They're always the class of the ECHL, and they can score a lot of goals. And last weekend it was 3 hard-fought games, but the last one went into overtime, and we weren't able to pull it off. That's for sure.
Yeah, but so far this season, how do you look at your team? You think you guys are doing okay?
Yeah, no, I think we're doing really well. I think we've made a lot of good strides on the ice. Our goaltending's been really good for us this year, and we brought in some guys this summer that have been really impactful for us and have taken our team to another level this year.
Yeah, people go, well, if you've got a great goaltender, you can do anything. But, you got to have guys in front of him to make sure that he's not being bombarded all the time, because eventually one of them will go in, or more than one.
Yeah, I know, and that's actually something that we've tried to focus on this week in practice, is just playing overall team defense and a better team defense, and being able to protect and insulate our goalies a little bit better. Because lately, before last weekend, we were on the road for 10 games, and it was a long stretch where we were on the road. And I thought our game, you're not practicing as much because you're on the road constantly.
Sure.
And it's hard to get practice time in. And I thought some of our habits and details started to dip a little bit heading into last weekend. And so for this week, our priority's just been focusing on playing our brand of hockey, but just being a little bit harder to play against, and making sure that going into tomorrow's game against Fort Wayne, that we're playing really hard and we're playing really well in front of our goalies.
Are you getting a lot of shots on goal this year?
We are, yeah. I think we're averaging over 30 shots a game, David.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, and that is kind of how our offense is built. Like, some teams, they're more of a puck possession team. For us, we want to put as many pucks on net as we can. We want to get to the net. It's a simple brand of hockey where we think that simple is effective, and so we funnel a lot of pucks to the net, whether it be from the forwards or the D. Whenever we can get a chance to get the puck to the net, we put pucks and people at the net.
Well, and as a fan, I can tell you it's a lot more fun watching that than puck control.
It is.
And I've seen teams slow it down, and just try to take their time getting up and down the ice. And there's just something about, fast breaks and slap shots and, letting the other goalie know that we'll take a shot from anywhere.
Yeah, transition is, if you can be fast in transition, just like in basketball,
sure.
You're always trying to be as fast as possible. You want to play fast, but we really emphasize that with again, our style of play, where when we're focusing and we're playing fast, we're playing quick, we're a hard team to play against.
So you've got 3 games this week. You're playing, what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, Thursday at 6:30, Friday at 6:30, and Saturday at 6. So it's all against the same team. That I think a lot of teams in our division like coming to Coralville because we have such a great setup. They stay.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't. I mean, it's the hotels are right there. There's plenty of things to see and do down there at the landing, and the facility, is top notch. So
yeah, it's excellent, and the teams, then they come here. They stay right at the Staybridge Hotel, which is attached to the rink, so the guys can really set up shop. And we also use this as a recruiting tool in the summer. Like, we're right here where the University of Iowa is, which is obviously a really, really great place to live. Quality of life is great here, and but our facilities are second to none in the ECHL.
Yeah, I can imagine. We're really surprised. We always mention this when you go by the arena.
Yeah,
you don't realize how freaking big it is. I mean, because it looks like it's just kind of sandwiched in there among the other buildings, and then you go in and this huge hockey arena, and then it's got all these other amenities, and it's really great.
Oh, this river landing is incredible. It's such a beautiful place to be able to work and to play. And like you said, you got the state-of-the-art facility right sandwiched in with these businesses and restaurants.
So the Fort Wayne Comets are your opponents this weekend. How are they faring this year?
We've had two really good games against them. We lost in a shootout the first game in Fort Wayne, and then 2 weeks ago we won in overtime. So both games have gone to extra frame so far. So I think it's two evenly matched teams. They've got some really good players, really high end players up front. They've got good goaltending, and they've. Historically, we've had quite the rivalry with them for 3 years playing against them. We've had some really physical games.
They seem to have rivalries with just about everybody. I remember when they played the Quad City Mallards back in the day. Yeah. It was always a big deal when the Comets came to town.
Yeah, we've had some really, really tough matches against them, and so I expect nothing less, and especially when you play a team 3 games in a row. Right back to back, like we will this weekend. That's some aggression will definitely come out.
Yeah. So, Coach, where are you? How did you get started with hockey? Where are you from? And how did you end up here at the Heartlanders?
Well, I'm from Maine. I played the University of Maine for 4 years, and then I went on and played 14 years professionally. So I had a long career, 12 of them being in Europe. And then when I retired, I wanted to get into coaching. And my old friend, my old coach, Jerry Fleming, who coached the team our first year here, asked me if I wanted to come and be his assistant here. And, I had to sell my wife on this type of career, which I think she thought that we were done with the hockey lifestyle, but it's something that's ingrained in me. And I've been doing since I was 21 months old, skating. So. It's my passion. I love the game of hockey, and I love coaching, and I love coaching this team. And we've made Coralville our home. We've lived here for 3 years now, and my kids are in the school community and also the youth hockey programs here. And so it's a fabulous place to live.
Well, other than the travel for the away games, being a coach is a lot more stability than being a player, especially in the league that you're in, because you've got people being promoted or being transferred over to another team, and then at the end of the year there's a whole different vibe going on. So, yeah. But you're here all the time, so I mean it does. I can see where your family be okay. I can deal with you, traveling to the away games during the season because we know you're going to be here all year. So.
Yeah, and I mean it's a nice, it is challenging with the family during the year because you're gone. It seems like either every other weekend or a couple weekends a month.
Right. That
can be challenging, but in the off season, I'm home all the time.
Yeah,
and that's for 6 months we're at home, and it's a great lifestyle, and my wife supports me really well because she knows I love the game of hockey, and this is my passion.
I've noticed that wives tend to yip a lot.
Yeah. What are you trying to get him in trouble for? He's a nice guy.
Just saying.
Does she? What's her career?
She's a nurse at the University of Iowa Hospital. Yeah, she's actually in school to be a nurse practitioner right now, so she's busy as well. And we've got a 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and 5-year-old that are all playing hockey and into various activities as well.
David, you broadcast stream, which is broadcast, I guess.
Yep.
The games.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and you were kind of like the.
So I say a lot of really nice things when I see his family in the crowd, on the air.
Of course you do.
I always do. I always see him around.
Are there any special events going on around the games this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend is it's Christmas weekend, so if you want to get your in-laws out of the house. Let's get your in-laws out of the house into a hockey game weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Also, as a reminder, we still have those holiday 3-packs going on. So if you need a last-minute gift for anyone, they start to get a ticket to 3 of our biggest games. So 3 tickets, and then a $25 merchandise credit for $60. So essentially, you're getting you're basically paying like $30 for like 3 tickets total plus a $25 merchandise credit. So that's a little bit of sort of like what's going on this weekend. Just big holiday weekend. Get family out of the house and have fun at a hockey game before we all have a fun weekend and Christmas Day.
Well, the logo for the team and the merchandise you guys have, would make great holiday gifts too. It's always cool to see kids go to their first hockey games because they, you see it on TV and it's one thing, but when you're there and you can really see it unfold, it really is exciting. It's not when I say nonstop action, it's pretty much nonstop action. And people think that the players are out there for 20 minutes at a time, but you're moving people in and off the ice
Constantly.
all the time.
Yeah, it's honestly a beautiful game, and
TV doesn't do it justice.
No, that's what I was just going to say. Like,
yeah.
For people that are interested in coming to the game, to be able to come and witness it live in person, there's no better sport, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased, but it's just such an exciting game because it's so high pace, and there's a physicality, and you got goals and hits and fights. Sometimes you've got a little bit of everything in it.
Yeah, and most of the games, especially here in Coralville, during the downtime, there's usually something going on for the fans to interact with, and of course, we've seen the concession areas. There's just you could go to 12 different games and not eat the same thing twice. There's so much different stuff to eat.
It's funny too because a lot of times for like Derek and I, people are kind of telling us like, oh, what did you have there? Because we're so busy like working during the games we're kind of experiencing it secondhand. But no, you're right on. I always see people walking around with the ice cream cones and they're in a cold rink, so it's the temperature in the rink isn't too cold. This year it's been good. I think like sometimes there's that bias like, oh, you go to a rink, it's cold outside, then you're going to be cold inside the hockey rink. It hasn't been that. It's been perfectly room temperature on the concourse this year, which is really nice because you think, how is it not melting? But that's for the smarter folks than us with the ice technicians.
Called refrigeration.
Yes, exactly. Concentrated refrigeration.
Well, get out and check out the Heartlanders. The website is iowaheartlanders.com, and the games tomorrow night and Friday night at 6:30. And the finale is at 6. Get some Fort Wayne Comets on Saturday, and take the family and get out and have some fun. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Merry Christmas from the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys, playing with bombs like kids play with toys. One warm December, our hearts will see a world where we are free. Ooh, yeah, someday at Christmas.